What's up, everybody? This your man Stacy. I'm usually coming to you on Chargers Talk 4630, doing a podcast about the Chargers game. But this is something that I wanted to do from this point on. I never come immediately after the game is over to talk about the game. I usually wait because emotions are usually running high and all that stuff. Don't want to get too crazy, so I don't do it right after. But I'm starting this new podcast. Is called Boat Cat. Instead of recapping the game, it's going to be called Boat Cat, featuring myself and my son Justin, who's a big time Charger fan that been a fan since he was a toddler. Before he knew he was in the world, he was already a Charger fan. But let me just say this though, really quick, before I talk to Justin. Wins are hard to come by in the National Football League, and we know that. And this was a tough one. You know, we started off sluggish and the offensive line was having all kind of issues as we expected. And then the Chargers went ahead with a lead. But then the last couple of drives, Miami did a little comeback and gave us a scare. But Justin, Greg Roman, his play calling, he's up and down like a yo-yo. Sometimes it's really good. Sometimes it's not so good. But when it had to matter the most, he put it in number 10 hand and number 10 came through. But what did you think of how the first half went?
For the most part, I mean, we started off strong, but it was like McConkey was huge. That's our playmaker. So in the first couple of weeks, we haven't really been getting him the ball. Obviously, you know, Quentin Johnston's taking the leap. We got Keenan back, but Vlad's our guy. So I feel like it should have been an emphasis to get him the ball.
Yeah.
And he came through big for us this game.
What about Kamani Vidal? Everybody been so hard on Kamani Vidal, but Kamani Vidal answered the call today. And I mean, this is exactly what the Chargers needed, because going into this game with that offensive line being the way that it was, we didn't know what we was going to get from the running game. And we didn't know if Justin was going to be able to stay healthy and on his feet throughout the whole game.
Kamani was he was huge, and when we first drafted Kamani, a lot of people were excited about him.
Yeah,
and I mean, this is your chance. We got Najee out for the season. Hampton's gone for at minimum 4 weeks. This is his chance now. I mean, he showed out.
Right.
I think he had 170 something total yards.
Yeah,
120 something on the ground.
Yeah.
He gave us everything we needed tonight, because I mean, without it, we would have lost.
Absolutely. He's getting his opportunity now. And when he get his opportunity, he has to cash in on it. And he's fighting to show that he deserved a spot on his team.
Yeah.
How good was Derwin James? You know, the play before then, Derwin tried to jump it.
Yeah.
And I don't know how that ball got between his hands.
I don't know how.
But it got through. But on that next one,
you
kept telling me throughout the game that Tua kept like telegraphing his throws.
Because I mean, all right, with the Dolphins offense, they simplify everything for Tua because they got the right supporting cast for him. It's a bunch of speed everywhere. So it's Tua drop back 1, 2, 3, boom. The ball is always gone so quick with Tua.
Like
so
timing.
Yeah. So it's like when you throw off his timing, it becomes really easy to locate like where the balls are gonna go. So I felt like as a defense, we should have had. I mean, we had 3 turnovers. But it shouldn't have been that hard for us. Like Derwin, he let one get by him.
Yeah.
He made up for it.
Yeah, he did.
But I mean, Tua threw, I think it was 3 passes on the left side. And it was when we're in man, they like to get a little rub route.
Yeah.
And have a little almost like a wheel route for A-Chain to the sideline. They get it off every time.
Yeah.
And the third time Cam Hart played it, and I called it. I said pick because I felt like it should have been a pick.
Yeah.
With the Dolphins offense, obviously it's tough with all that speed they have.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't have been as tough as it was for us.
When Miami marched all the way down, they last 2 drives, one, Thule didn't set the edge, and he ran right off tackle to the left and scored, and then came right back down again. It was a play that they were in zone, and Derwin passed him off, Waller off. He came right at Derwin and cut on the inside. Derwin passed him off. Nobody picked him up. He's wide open in the end zone and scored. And then they go up by 1. What was your feeling at that time with it being under a minute left in the game?
I don't want to say feeling like lost, because when you have Justin Herbert, you always believe when you got a quarterback like him. But it almost did feel like something that wasn't part of.
Here we go again.
Yeah, something that's not part of Jim Harbaugh and it's charging.
Yeah.
It's like every time we feel like we have it,
Yeah.
we whether it's penalties,
Yeah.
whether it's blown coverages and leaving guys wide open, you just feel like here we go again.
Yeah.
And you said it during the game, like this isn't something that we're used to with Jesse Minter and his defense. A whole bunch of undisciplined players being undisciplined and just blown coverages. We're not used to that with Jesse Minter, and it's starting to seem like teams are figuring him out.
Yeah.
And with that play specifically, Dermot did pass him off, and I don't know if it was Dante or Tarheeb, because both of them were over there. I don't know whose assignment it was, but they didn't pick him up and left him wide open. And like I said, with Herbert, you always believe, but it dawned in my mind like we might have just lost the game.
And I always believe in 10. As long as you got a player of his caliber, you always feel that you have a shot, right? But the offensive line is what had me concerned. Can they give Herbert the time that he need in order for him to complete the pass? And you saw he took a sack once.
The answer is no.
Yeah, right. He took a sack. On the second one, it should have been a sack again. He's so strong, he was able to shrug that off and was able to get out of there and able to get it to Ladd. And Ladd McConkey, man, what a playmaker. We were talking about him earlier, how good this guy is. And when they got the ball in his hand, like, he wasn't going to be denied, and there was one defender left. And it was smart for him at the end of that run to get out of bounds, because they would have tried to tackle him right there and hold him in to try to run more time off the clock. But shout out to the offensive line. The offensive line had these struggles as I expected they would. You know what I mean? You ain't like you got your tackles out there, you on your third right guard, you know. So it's not like we have our regular starters out there. So shout out to them, because when it mattered the most, they came through. You know, it didn't look good. It wasn't pretty.
Yeah.
But listen, it's hard to win in this league. And man, it feels good sitting here after a dub.
Yes, it does. Because losing two in a row, and one of the games we shouldn't have lost to the Giants. So especially after starting off 3-0 in the division, having such a huge lead.
Well, the Chargers is 4-2. They remain in first place. Denver, sit down, pump the brakes. You know, we're still running the division right now. And I mean, it was a big win. And again, it was like it shouldn't have came down to that
at all.
But when it mattered, I always talk in the podcast, I always talk about moments. There will always be moments in a game. And there were moments in that last drive. That was the moment for Justin when he contorted his body to get away from the defender, enough time to get away and throw that pass to Ladd. That was a moment. And he came through in the moment. And I always talk about there's going to be 2 or 3 moments, 2 or 3 plays that's going to decide the game. That was one of them right there.
100%.
The Chargers are 4-2. They remain in first place and struggling with that offensive line. But hey, I said before the game, I don't care if they had Pee Wee Herbert at left tackle and Fred Flintstone at right tackle. You got to get it done. You know what I mean? You got the coaches and everything. I'm still not all that happy about Greg Roman, his play calling. It shouldn't have came down to this, but a lot up and down. But how you feel? This is your first time doing this with me, and I know it's new. Like some nerves. 100%. And then you lose your train of thought because I'm used to sitting in front of the camera talking. It's your first time doing it, but I wanted you to do it because we have a whole lot of extensive talks about football and about the Chargers. And nobody get to see or hear your knowledge that you got and what you learned at your age. And I wanted to bring you in and start this called Boat Cap, which we're going to do after every game. We're going to try to come on here and keep it to like 10 minutes, but do a Boat Cap featuring yourself now and give you some exposure because, you know, you came a long way, you know, and sometimes I'm hard on them. And I know I look at your spread sometimes you'll be wanting to hear that. You know, but you know it be true. I you know, I just want to win. You know, we just want to win. How we going to end the Boat Cap? It's always with a drink. And I'm waiting for my wife to bring us a celebratory drink. So she's going to bring us a drink. But listen, I want to thank you guys. You guys have always supported me. You guys give mad love to me. I'm going to go and do a YouTube short because my phone been buzzing. So everybody's hitting me like, where you at? Everybody hit me on Twitter. I'm not going to spend that much time on Twitter like that anymore because this is my home right here. I'm talking about on YouTube. And I want people, when you want to come and hear what I got to say about the game, I want you to come here at YouTube, to my home here on YouTube. And I don't send tweets out no more during the game because people be saying some crazy stuff on there. And I always say 60 minutes. The game is played for 60 minutes. It's not over in the first quarter. It's not over in the second quarter. It's not over in the third quarter. 60 minutes. And I'm sure a lot of people thought it was over, but when the clock, bring it on in, here's our drink here. So I'll let you, since it's your first time doing Boat Cat with me, I'll let you do the toast. You want to do toast? Or?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay. This is to being 4-2.
Yes, sir.
Catching this dub.
Yes, sir.
And, we got the Colts next. It's a tough game.
That's right.
But hopefully we can come back to y'all next week with another shot and another toast.
Yeah, it is. And another win.
Shout out to Chargers.
Both up.
Both up.
Winning tastes so much better. Let me tell you. Y'all enjoy the rest of the games at 4:00. This is going to go up soon, but I would love for you guys to continue to support Chargers Talk 4630. Come on here and hear what my son, Big Justin. I'm telling you, if y'all look at him, he's 330. He should be on the offensive line for the Chargers. He really should. I think he could do a whole lot better than Bradley Bozeman. I'll tell you that much. He could do a lot better than Bradley Bozeman.
I definitely do better than Chargers. I definitely do better than
Bradley Bozeman. So I look forward to seeing you guys again next Sunday. That we got the Colts, but right now, the hell with the Colts right now. We're gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna get ready for my podcast tomorrow. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the games and get me something to eat for dinner. I'm gonna have me another drink. Me and my son, we're happy, we're thrilled, we always happy as hell to get a win. I know a lot of people didn't think it was gonna happen, but hey, listen, man, I still believe when you got a Jesse Minter and you got Jim Harbaugh and you have a Greg Roman, who I'm not always happy about, and you got number 10. I'm always going to believe, and I know throughout a long season, there's ups and downs. Yeah. I didn't expect us to win 17 games. I knew some point during the season, there's always going to be some adversity that you got to go through. And we faced some adversity a little earlier than I expected, but I'm glad to get back into the winning column and still be standing in first place. And I look forward to next week.
Yep.
Both up, you guys. I'll see you guys soon.